Okay, so I am fixing this wig. I made the whole thing. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to secure it to my head. So I chopped up this old wig, but unfortunately it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. So I had to take that off and redo that. I was trying to stuff it in there to hide the hair, but then I was like, no, you look crazy. Take that shit off. So I did that. Then I was gonna cut it, but I was like, no, I ain't doing that. That's too much work. I'm not feeling that. So I said, let me figure it out. Okay, grab the stocking cap and put this on. I was like, all right, that looks all right. You know what? Let's try to stick this on. And I was like, all right, it feels a little secure. I feel like it can work. I'll figure it out, fix it up, stick it on there. I went to buy it at the beauty supply store. They didn't have one, so I said, I'll make my own. So I'm saying here, like, you know what? What can I use to make this feel a little bit more, secure? Because I want to jump around and move around and be able to, like, don't want to come off. So I was like, you know what? Let me get some bobby pins. I pinned it in there. I was like, okay, this looks pretty good. It's feeling good. And I was like, you know what? Let me try to stick this wig onto the stocking cap itself. So then I was just like, all right, it feels a little secure. So that's what I was sticking around. I was like, boom, that works. And then I was like, all right, let's keep doing that. The back was looking a little flimsy because I was like, it looked like, I was laying on the back of my head. So I was like, might want to add a little bit of something in there. And I was like, boom, it looking all right. It's looking all right. Couldn't see back there. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to figure it out later on. But as of now, let me just see when I'm working with if I can, make this work. So I basically kept going, sticking, figuring it out. But with my BBBs back there showing, I want to show the kitchen. So I was like, all right, bet. Then I was like, you know what? I'm looking good. I'm looking good. All right. Feeling myself. There's a little gap back there, but I was gonna fix that later. So I said, you know what? Let's not worry about that. Let's see how we can make it better. I was like, you know what? Bet I got these lights. Let me get these lights. And I was like, oh, okay, this is cute. And back, all right. So I was like, you know what? Oh, this is cute. And I was like, you know what? Let me get one more. Add on one more. Oh, box of these. I was like, all right, let me go back and get another one. Boom, right here. Magic. Feeling myself. I was a little fat, but I was feeling good. So I kept going. All right. Oh, fit. Oh. Buttons. I was like, yes, baby, work it. All right.